Okay, so we're just going to go over some supplies that we have in our bags. The first thing I have is that little eye loop, I forget what it's called, screw, as just like a loop screw. That's going to be how we're going to hang it. We have our linoleum nails, our green string,
Yep.
our unfinished wood block, some red thread, and some twine. I believe those are like if whatever one you choose to hang your ornament with. So I'm going to move this over. And the first thing I'm going to do, I want to grab a piece of paper. So I want to make sure I'm going to grab, ooh, oh, okay. So my rig just fell over, sorry guys. All right, okay. Moving this back. Okay, so I have my piece of paper. I'm going to get my ornament, and I'm actually going to trace around it because I want to make sure that I don't make my template bigger than the ornament and then have to cut it down.
Now I have two pieces here. Does it matter
Sure.
which?
No, because once you know how to do it, you can do it again. If you mess up on one, you can use the other one. So that one was just a bonus.
Okay, awesome.
So just a rough shape. I'm going to cut this out so it doesn't have to be pretty. The next step is we're going to create our Christmas tree, and essentially all it is a big triangle and then a little triangle overlapping it. So if you have a ruler or a straight edge and you want to use it, go for it. I recommend it. I don't have one readily available, so I'm just going to freehand it. And because I traced the shape of that wood block, I know this is going to fit on my tree. All right, so I got my first triangle, and that's the big one. And then I got my little triangle right on top. Again, if you have a ruler, by all means use it. All right. So, and then what I'm gonna do, you don't have to do this, I'm just doing this for the sake of clarity. I'm just tracing this with a Sharpie before I cut it out. So, and I'm only tracing the perimeter because that's all we need. All right. So not too difficult. And now I'm gonna cut it out. So. And again, if you miss a step, this will be recorded. So I'm just cutting it off camera. This little template I made. And you can make variations once you know how this process works. You can make it any which way you want. You can make it a little bit more detailed if you like. If you wanted to make it simpler. I just didn't want it to just be a single triangle. So
Scissors.
pretty simple. Yeah, so, and then you get to, like, because you have a paper template, you get to center it however you like. Maybe I want that knot on the side of that tree on the bottom versus the top. So I think I like that better.
Oh,
And then what? Oh, go ahead. What?
No, I said I love it like that. Looks like the trunk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, that's the freedom of the template. You get to be able to place it better than just drawing straight on there. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just grabbing, oops, I'm still getting used to the way this is set. I'm getting some Scotch tape. I'm just rolling it, a little roll, and sticking it on the back so it doesn't slip while I'm trying to hammer things. Now, if you don't have tape, you can just use the little nails to hold it in place, because after you get the first few down, it's not it won't move, but just getting to that point might be a little tricky at first. So let me know when you guys are ready and I'll move on to the next step. All right, so I'm going to move my example away so I have a little bit more room. And this part's a little tricky at first. The wood is soft enough to where you can start placing those nails and you kind of just push it a little bit and they kind of stay up so you can get an idea for placement. So I actually just stuck it in there. And you just, when you're hammering this, you don't want to go too crazy. Just you're lightly tapping. To where it's not going to move. We can always even it out later. So just as long as it doesn't, if it's in there pretty good and pretty straight, I think that's a win. So what we're going to do. Oh, yes?
Not all the way through, right?
Not all the way through. Oh, no. No, if it goes all the way through, it's gonna get pokey. It could damage the surface underneath. Yeah. Luckily, like you're not going to want to push these all the way through because it's kind of a pain. So, okay. So once I have the first one in, I'm actually just going to go to all the corners that I have. And we do this to keep the paper down. And it's a lot easier to figure out placement, like in spacing, when we know where the ends are. So, and this is really repetitive. So if you're not quite ready for this step, that's okay. Oh, and I just realized that this nail at the top is still kind of moving. There we go. Okay. So if I know I've seen on Pinterest, like if you are afraid of getting your fingers hit, you can hold it with a pair of pliers or with a what is it? A clothespin. I don't have either of those with me right now, so I'm just taking one for the team. I've gotten myself a couple times, but not anything that's too bad. If you have a choice between a smaller hammer / mallet or a full-size one that I'm using, definitely go for the smaller one because you don't need a lot of force, you just need enough. So if you can see, I'm just getting the points started. Everyone doing okay so far?
Yes.
Awesome. And as I said, they don't really have to be even as far as how far they go in just yet, because we can always like even that out when they're all in there together. I'm just making sure that they're pretty stable. Oops. There we go.
So are we just doing the corners or all of
no,
it?
we are going to go through all of it. I'm bringing this line back, but because we're going in the corners, we can figure out where the middle point of each corner is. And yeah, it gives us an idea of how far or how much we should space these. Good question.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go ahead and go into like this little nook right next to the other one while I have space. And that's going to kind of give me an idea of getting these guys even, because once they're close enough together, they're going to be at the same level. And it's a good guide, and it's also helpful to see spacing, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to fit anything in between those. So I think that's the way to go as far as keeping it looks to be like a ½ inch apart, if I had to guess. And if you want to be precise, there, if you wanted to get a ruler, you could, but I don't think it's necessary. And it's a little off the notes. So yeah, so did they give you enough of the linoleum pins? I think I used, for the first one I did 12, 15. I probably used 30 for the first one, if I had to guess how much I used. So and then after you get all the corners, then you can kind of figure out, okay, where the middle point is. It's probably close to here. And should any of them like kind of go sideways, you can, if it's not all the way, you can probably just pull it out, and it would be fine, because a lot of the string is going to cover imperfections. How we doing, Deborah? Oh, I'm sorry. Your mic's off. I still can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
here you are.
I thought you wanted us unmuted. I'm sorry. I can't seem
Oh
to,
no, it's okay.
I can't seem to hammer the nail in.
Okay, is it
straight.
getting your fingers?
Well, it keeps going crooked. I've never in my life been able to, well, I don't know. How far in does it have to be?
Not very far, like just a few taps, just to where it's not moving anymore. You can, like, if
Can you
it's
show
wiggling,
me?
then just another couple taps.
Show me your angle,
Sure, sure. Okay.
the side view.
Okay, so yeah, these are, yeah, they're pretty
Oh,
high up still.
okay. So this first one will
Yeah,
do.
so
All right, so I just got one in. Now where did you put them? Okay, at each corner?
that's okay. So yeah, so I started like top, the sides, and then I went in where I had like those little crevices right here.
Yep. Okay.
And it actually gets a bit easier when they all go in. And you can also the wood is soft enough to where you can kind of push it into start.
Mm-hmm.
And well, this one's not doing it for me, but yeah, so it's you just gently tap it. You don't have to hammer it like it's going into a wall or anything. So it's just just until it gets solid.
And obviously we're going to be
And
taking the paper off after.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The good thing about the paper is that we don't have to deal with it. We don't have to deal with pencil lines or trying to erase anything. So I need to get more nails. So right now I got about 9 nails in so far. And you can space out however you'd like.
Oh, this one would very easily there.
And once they get close enough, when you start hammering, you can feel like the resistance from the neighboring nails. And my first one just popped out. So you can kind of tell if they're even. They don't have to be perfect. This is one of those projects where it doesn't have to be absolutely exact. And my top one popped out, so this one, give it another good whack, and there it goes. So, yeah, and then I'm just filling in the spaces between the points with nails. And you can turn your ornament to make it more comfortable. You don't have to try to rearrange your fingers in a uncomfortable position if you don't have to. So. And then you can see, like, they're not perfect. Some of them are a little slightly
leaning.
Diagonal. It's go on.
Is it okay if they're leaning a little?
A little's fine. As long, I mean, the goal of these guys is to catch the string. If they're super sideways, then
No.
it's going to be a little too hard. But like, if on my example right here, you could see that these are not absolute. The more you do these, the better you're going to get. This is the second one I've ever done in my life, so.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a matter of getting a feel for it. The first one I did was much bigger too. Like, so the spacing, I didn't have to worry about, like,
yeah,
like how crowded
Ugh.
these guys are.
I hope I'm not putting them in too deeply.
But yeah, take your time. I don't think you'd really have to try, because there's a lot of resistance after you get to a certain point with the wood.
Okay.
If this hasn't happened to me, but if your wood does split, that's just what the second one is for. I don't think these nails are strong enough to do that, but
okay,
just in case.
Well, it's definitely a crooked tree. Oh,
That's okay. Trees are organic.
They are.
They're not little.
Perfect.
Exactly. And I mean, this is a rustic ornament, so it works.
Yeah. Come on.
So
I've got 3, 4, 5, 6. This is number 7. How many did you put in all together?
Well, I'll show you the difference between the one I'm doing now and the one I did before. This one I did a lot, and I don't necessarily think I would do that again, just because when you're twisting, getting in between my fingers had a hard time. So this one I spaced them out a little bit more. Because because what you're doing is you're just creating a web, and as long as you have a basic shape, you're good.
Okay, so put your one that you're doing back so I can see. I think I'm doing this right.
Sure. Yep.
How high should I leave these?
Yeah. So I would, if I had to. What do you mean?
These too high for me?
That looks fine.
Okay.
No, you're good. You are good. You need.
Okay.
So if you have all your nails in there, the next step is to slowly rip away the paper underneath.
Oh.
And I'm about 2.
Oh,
I'm also noticing some of the nails I have I thought were in there pretty good are kind of wobbly, so it's not uncommon that you might have to rehammer some of these. If they do pop out, you just put it back in the little hole I created and hope for the best. There we go. I think.
come on.
So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use my scissors and try to slide the blade underneath it to kind of help lift it or just take it. Oh, that worked a lot better than the last time.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now it doesn't look like anything, which is okay. And I would take a moment right now. I got the hoops, and my setup just fell again. I apologize.
All right, I got about at least 5 more nails to put in, so.
Well, that's okay. Yeah, take your time. Pretty much right now, my string is a little messy, so I'm kind of unraveling it while.
Yeah, I hope I can too. Oh, this won't go in that piece of wood. Maybe another nail. Let's see. Sometimes it's the nail. Probably the wood.
So.
It is the wood. Once you figure, I don't know if I'll get this one in. Let's see.
What's going on? Do you mind if I see?
Who, mine?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it just
this nail's not pushing into? Wait, I think I got it.
it's not going in?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I gotta move it now.
Okay.
I'll show you what I got done so far.
Sure. Awesome.
So I'm gonna. Oh, that one came in crooked. See, I gotta bend it. Oh, and that was the hard one. I better do that.
Okay.
So I got to put another one up there, and then I got to put all my bottom ones.
Sure. Yeah. There's really no rush. We have time.
Okay.
I'm literally just making sure my string doesn't have any knots in it, because the last thing you want to do is try to untangle this. Well,
I'm not looking forward to my string either. Mine's just kind of sitting there in a bunch. Okay.
Yeah. My other one, I had a knot in it as I was going, and I was like, okay, and I had to cut it and strategically hide it. So I mean, it's workable, but it's little, yeah, like I came across this knot right here, so I got to figure that out. And you might not need all this string, but it's better to have more than not enough.
Yeah, that's true. That's nice. Such a pretty green too. I love it.
It is very vibrant. I do like it too.
Hey, Melissa,
Yeah.
what kind of string is this or whatever?
This is like a embroidery floss.
Oh, okay. It must be, it's not the 6-strand though, is it?
No. No,
Okay.
unfortunately, I don't have the exact details, but it's a cotton
Okay.
blend, I believe.
I just wondered in case I ever wanted to recreate this like next year or whatever.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what?
Come on.
Right after Christmas is the time to get this type of stuff, because it's all on sale and you can put it away somewhere and have it ready to go for next year.
Yeah.
For like a really good price, because usually they discount this stuff pretty quickly.
I have tons of the 6-strand, but I'm afraid it would like pull apart or whatever.
You know, I don't know. I mean, it could. The good thing about this, like, you can experiment with this, because the nails aren't going to go anywhere. You could just test it out and see how it goes. If it doesn't work, just trim it off.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, actually, I'm going to have to let you go. I'm going to have to catch the rerun. I was up literally almost all night long.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah,
and
sure.
I'm so tired that I feel sick. So I'm going to let you go.
Okay, please.
So much.
Bye, Tina.
And I'll catch the rerun. And you guys, everyone have happy holidays.
Oh, you too. Thank you for joining us today.
Okay.
I hope you feel better.
Thank you for having me. All right. Bye-bye.
Okay.
You got someone else on besides me?
I have a few people, yeah.
Yeah, I can't. This one is just not
One
going.
that hasn't. That's okay. If you have to pull it out and then maybe hammer something next to it, the string
I'm
should.
trying to find another spot. It's just like, maybe I'll go back down a little bit. So, plus I don't have strength in my hands. And that
I
doesn't.
gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. No. I'm sure we can work with what we have too. So
Ouch. I'm going to try the other end now because I can't. That's frustrating me. Oh, I have a
yeah,
feeling
yeah.
the whole bottom might not be good. It's putting a hole in my finger just about.
Oh no. Oh.
I know. I don't know if I can.
Oh,
If I can get my husband up here, he could probably do it. Oh, wait. Let's see if that'll hammer that in. Nope, it just fell. Try again.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. No worries.
what did I?
I mean, if you
How
need
do
to
we-
keep going, keep
How do we
going.
do the string?
Oh,
Well-
the string. Okay. With this string, okay. So what we're doing with this string, you start at one end. It doesn't matter which end, and you tie it right.
Okay.
Right around one of them, like a nice knot, so it doesn't move.
Okay.
And then this is an important step, is you're kind of going in and out of each nail along.
Okay.
You're tracing the shape first. Before we do anything else, we need to make sure that shape is clear. And this when I made this ornament before, this is when I found out that some of my nails weren't in very good and they started to wiggle again. So if that tends to happen, it's not the end of the world. We just have to just hammer those in back. And again, because they're so close together, the hammering, like it kind of guides you with how deep to go with the nails.
Okay.
So yeah, I probably went, let me see, let me look at my example. I think I went over the outline about 3 times before I even started going inside. And
So-
when you go inside, it doesn't matter.
So we're going
Yes.
in, out, in, out.
Yep, you're just kind of creating a web of string to kind of to give you some fullness.
And how many times did
to-
you do that? 3 times around?
I did it 3 times. Yeah, because oops,
Hope
let me see, I lost a nail. That's okay.
I got
So
What happens when you lose a nail?
you slowly guide your string back to where you wanted it, and you get your hammer and yeah, just tap it
so
a couple
you
more
gotta put it-
times.
Okay, you gotta have it. Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, and I lost another one. How'd that happen?
Oh,
All right. So luckily the string kind of holds it where it was supposed to be too. So I don't even have to really use my fingers too much, just maybe a little bit of a guide so it doesn't go. It actually just, yeah, I just went ahead and hammered all of them, just another good whack.
yeah. Good idea. And my last nail. Oh shoot! It just fell out.
Awesome. That's okay. Yeah, no, that's part of, yeah, it's just it's one of the frustrating parts for sure. So when you're twisting the string and getting, or let me try to, I'm also on some of them, like where it goes in, I do a little extra twist, but that's just my preference because I want these to stay as best as possible, and it also will help with this, like if the nail does pop out, like it's kind of telling me where everything is instead of.
Oh, there's two
guessing.
different strings. Okay, 2 piles.
Yeah, you got 2, so you guys can make 2 ornaments, essentially.
Oh, that's sweet. Once we learn. Now I gotta
Absolutely.
find the other end.
And
here.
hopefully, we can do, like, it's easier to do this in person because
Mm.
I can be there helping, and it's
Sure.
something that we can work on this together.
This is
But
so
okay,
nice.
so
I
oh, I'm
can't
sorry.
find the beginning of my string. Ugh. This is such a nice idea, though, to do it by Zoom. When Karen told me, I was like, "Are you kidding me?
I know
I
it
could
is.
do this because I didn't want to sign up for anything because I'm like, I can't go and get all this stuff."
Yeah,
And she says, "No,
absolutely.
oh, I found an end." Okay, now, do you have to unravel the whole yarn, you think, or the thing before you start?
You don't have to. I just like last time when I did it the first time, I got a nasty surprise with a knot as I was twisting it around.
Mhm.
So, I mean, if it looks pretty clear to you, then go
Mhm.
for it. Mine had a pretty rough knot that I had to cut out.
Okay.
So
All right.
once you go around the perimeter, you can start twisting. You want to twist around the nails, and you're just going to go back and forth different parts of the tree. So this is the part you're just filling in with color. And there's no pattern per se, unless you want there to be pattern, but I think that's more of like a level 2 type thing.
So is this what it's supposed to look like? I went around 3
Let's
times.
see. Hold it up a little bit to the right because it has your name right, or hold it up a little higher. Your okay. Yeah, that works. So the thing is, when you're going, you're going to start going inside,
Uh-huh.
and that's going to kind of fulfill the shape of that tree.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter which way I go, I just
Oh, nope. As long as you have a good first what's the word outline,
uh-huh.
we're good to go. Now, and then you're going to also notice that a lot of the string, like you're going to have to kind of push down some of the string as you're going,
Yeah.
because you're going to run out of room. But you just keep going. Like if you see there's like a bald spot, you kind of just keep moving it.
Okay, so when you do the outline, you do
Mhm.
the smaller triangle part too, right? You include that in the outline?
Yeah, well, you don't really go in the, like the small triangle, yeah, you kind of go,
Like
you just kind of go
from
around
the
the
bottom.
perimeter.
Trace it from the
Yeah, well, I
bottom.
started from the
Corner.
bottom, but you could
Yeah.
whatever
So
you'd
then
like.
you went from
It's,
what?
it
Trace it
is,
with your finger.
so I started here, I went down around
Oh,
over.
to that. That's what I was asking. Okay. Gotcha. That's what was wrong.
Oh, and you know what? I realized something I messed up on. That's okay.
Doesn't look to me.
I know, right? So let me, it wasn't, on the perimeter. I messed up with the,
Mine does not look like a Christmas tree nails. I don't know.
Can you hold it up?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I see. So I see, okay, so we have the one in the bottom and we have the corner. We needed something right in the middle.
Let's see.
So you just need two little nails. Let me see if I can pull up my little thing. So, all right, so
I got it. I put my thing there.
okay.
Yeah. One
Okay,
there.
cool. So
Okay, got it.
yeah, so just one on each side and you should be good. And oops.
Thank you, darling.
Of course.
That
So
makes
yeah, this
sense.
is
All right, I thought it was all done.
so I'm going to try something else because I messed up a little bit on my perimeter. I forgot to connect these guys. I think that happened when I was hammering the nail back in. So I got distracted. But I think I might, let's see. Okay, so one lesson is you might have to go back And the good thing is nothing is damaged or destroyed.
Yeah, look at that. Okay.
It's just a little bit of time wasted, but
Mm-hmm.
rather do that than waste material. And remind me next time I need to get one of those fancy, like, document camera holders. I'm using a cookie cooling rack on top of 2 Tupperware containers to keep this up. Whatever works, right?
Right.
All right, so going back, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where I had the nail come out, so it got me distracted. But I mean, yeah, it happens. Okay, so now I have my triangle. I'm gonna wrap this around there, and now there we go. Wrapping
Oh,
layer 1.
come on. One more. Oh, staborna. Just like you. Oh, well. It's getting my
So
mind
now-
off. For sure. I talk to myself. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I do too.
And I got some bad news. My mom got admitted for COVID,
Oh no.
and she's struggling with breathing. She's 90, almost 95.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is she at Strong or?
She had to go to Highland. She's from the memory care unit at Heathwood
Okay.
in Penfield. Yeah. So we haven't heard anything, of course, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Well, we pray for the best.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. I wasn't sure I was going to be here, so this is helping.
Oh, good. Good.
I can
Yeah.
get the last nail in. Come on. Oh, every time I bang it. It's a pretty deep hole, too.
That's okay. If it's a deep hole, you can just move it to the side like a millimeter or so.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I mean, again, this is not an exact science.
Mm-hmm.
We're just
Yeah, that works. Okay, good. That did it. Thank you.
oh, absolutely.
Okay, now let's see. I think, I don't know. I guess it looks like.
Yeah. So now, yeah, so next step is going to be you gotta tie a knot to one of the
Yeah, I tied it down
needles.
there on the right, like you did.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to go to the left, right? I'm going to go to the left.
I did left and I lost it.
In, let's see, in and out, right? In,
Yeah.
oh,
And you're just essentially making a web.
Well, see, now this is where I get all goofed up. It's the end.
Where are we at?
I don't know. This doesn't look. Maybe I need to take this nail out right here.
Okay. Which one? Go ahead and take it out, or I would just, if you could take it out and just move it over, like
In.
in a little bit, yeah.
Ooh.
And also, like, if you might have like, as far as like a template goes, you might have some luck going online and finding something to print out and just cutting it out that way. If
Well, here was my template I traced out.
yeah, no, that's definitely in the shape of a Christmas tree. So so once you have the string in place, it'll start looking more
I don't, maybe I'm not, I don't know, let's see, like this. See, because when I go to the outer one, when I go to this one, I have to go around the nail, around this nail twice to go up to that one. I don't know.
That's okay.
That's correct.
That's okay. Yeah, you can do it. Like, there's no
It's not gonna ruin the the yarn?
No, because what we're
Whatever.
doing is we're just
Okay.
we're just making this
design.
crazy web
Okay.
and kind of a guideline so we
Okay.
can
There.
see what we're doing a little bit clearer.
Gee, I don't think so. Doesn't look like a tree. What did I do? I think I need another nail to go up the side. Yeah. Yeah. See this side,
Uh-huh.
right here. I think I have to put another nail.
In between.
Yeah, in between these to make the
Okay.
step, and on the other side.
Okay.
I probably didn't put enough. Yeah. Now that
As I said, the good thing is even if you have to take away or add to it, it's not going to affect the
No.
overall.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think for keeping my template helps my brain, keeping that in until I get the first tracing done.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I couldn't see it without it. Isn't that weird? My brain is functioning
No,
quite differently. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to take this out. There. That's too close now. No. It's too tight. Mine are in so tight I can't take them out.
The nails.
Yeah, I probably have.
If you have you can kind of if you have the back of that, you can kind of lightly try to pry it.
Yeah, I don't. Let's see. Oh yeah. I got it. I just used the one side of the hammerhead, that big part. Okay, let's see. What am I doing? Okay, one here.
So yeah, my thing is I have to keep remembering to push the string down because it kind of rides up and then I have nowhere else to go.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, at this point, I can't think of anything other. Right. Well, she's got congestive heart. Well, yeah, but say she bad and well, don't say has she been put on a ventilator. Let them tell you. Say how has she done? Her lungs. Does she get fluid in her lungs? You know, I mean, just see if they'll tell you your progress, and then if they don't say anything about ventilator, then obviously you can ask. But hopefully she makes it to that point. But who knows? Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, but they're not gonna. Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna. Yeah, yeah, I would do that. Just call the hospital and tell them that she was admitted this morning in an emergency with COVID. How can you help me out to connect me with the person I need to talk about? Yeah. Don't call emergency. Call the hospital. Yeah. Yep. And then good. And then they'll give you the COVID. Yeah. Whatever. But I can't. Yeah. I think you. Right, I know, and I can't think of anything other than, if she is on a ventilator, how long do they leave someone of her age with a DNR? Do they put her on with a ventilator with a DNR? Do they know? With a DNR, you're on a ventilator, that contradicts itself. You know what I'm saying? They might have said, well, with this, I don't know if they treat this differently, and that would be the question to ask. Yeah. Okay, so you call. Yeah, okay. Thanks, honey. All right, bye. I'm back. Nothing yet.
Nothing
Okay.
yet.
What's that?
You said you haven't heard back
No,
yet,
he wanted
or
to
have.
know. He wanted to know if I had any other further questions, being that I'm a nurse, I have more understanding of this. And then we talked about,
Yeah.
I wonder how, when you have a DNR, do not
Yeah.
resuscitate, I wonder how that plays a role when because of COVID, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Yeah, so he's going to talk about that. If he can get somebody, he hasn't heard from me. I told him just call the main hospital and let them know she was brought in with COVID and emergency. They'll give you the direct people to where she is, how they deal with the COVID there.
Yeah, I'm sorry she's going through that.
Yeah, thank you. Me too. Especially because I haven't seen my mom in 9 months since my leukemia.
Rough.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, my mother is susceptible too. We've been keeping her away from a lot of stuff because she has COPD and she it's not what they need to be.
That's right. Yeah. Well, it's really sad because I didn't dare tell my mother I have leukemia because she would have lost it.
Yeah,
So
I know sometimes you have to shield.
You do, and I had neck surgery 4 months before my diagnosis of leukemia, so I keep telling her my neck, and I hate. And she senses something's not right. My mom's not ignorant, and
yeah, well, yeah, she knows her children. I
right.
definitely know that.
Yeah.
Melissa,
Yes, ma'am.
I got this much left.
You know what?
So-
It looks beautiful and full right now. So what's going to happen here? I'll kind of cut mine short because I still have quite a bit of string. I just been going over and over it. So pretty much, you want to just essentially just tie a knot on one of the nails. It doesn't have to be the same one. It doesn't have to be any particular one. You just want to make it nice and tight, and you can even double knot it. I think I'm going to double knot this one if I can try.
Okay.
If you have enough string, go for it.
Okay.
And then we just we just trim the excess right off. You can tuck it in underneath the layers of string if you have enough give.
It's hard to put a knot in there. Okay.
It's a little difficult. The more string you have to work with, the better.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah, so I'm just trimming the knots that I made. And then the next thing we have is this eye screw, and in theory, I actually haven't tried this yet. So in theory, you just kind of press it to the top and twist it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if I can do that now.
Let me see how you're doing it.
I'm just
to the side there. Okay.
Yeah, you're going right through the side, and I might have to do this sideways. This part I was a little nervous with because I didn't know what type of wood it was, and the outside is a lot more dense because you're going through all those. all those rings. So you might have to get someone with nice, big, strong hands to drive it home. Or if you're handy with tools, like a little tiny drill to get it started, because it's really hard. Yeah, my little fingers are not getting it very well. It's kind of in there. But if my husband was home, he would be the one. I'd be like, hey, can you do this?
Yeah, I'll get my husband or my son to.
You can also, when I teach, I teach little kids like ornament making, like out of clay and stuff. And I've had success just hot gluing a regular hook, like one of those Christmas ornament hooks right on top, on it. Maybe sandwich it with a little button or something, just so the glue doesn't, like, it adheres to it, and it'll hold because this is pretty lightweight. The eye hook is a nice touch, but again, you're kind of fighting against all these layers of tree.
Yeah.
And yeah, so even where is
To hammer it or no?
It's gonna be really hard to balance and hammer it, and there's an even, because you don't have that much surface area, you might actually split the top.
Or if you have an awl to start the hole, it's a little bigger.
True.
You know what the awl is? Maybe you got one down. So here's mine. I did it once through now. How many times do I just trace it? 2 more times?
I did it 3 times just to get it nice and dark.
So does mine look all right? Looks more like a Christmas tree.
Yeah. And then once you fill it in, like it's gonna look like string, and then all of a sudden it's gonna start looking like a tree. So
when I go around again, I do the same thing, right? Follow the same in and out. Do you know what I mean? Or should I change
you can alternate.
Oh, I can? No.
That is completely up to you. I think alternating would be better, just because it's going to reinforce it. But it's
really. You think it'll? Okay.
But you can. But essentially, the outline is for visual. That's the main
I think I'm. Boy, it's hard to hold down.
So we have some wanted to do the red string, and just if you have any glue, hot glue or something, you can actually make it a little bit more decorative if you want. If you have little beads or sequins, you can glue them on there. If you want to keep it rustic, that's fine. I think the string they wanted included for the eye screw. You can even probably just glue the string to the back, and it would look kind of cute. But yeah, I wouldn't fight too much with that. Whoops. Sorry guys. That little eye this eye thing, if it's and I'm still fighting with it.
Yeah, I think
it's pretty thick too, so I think just if some glue to the back with something like that would be a lot more productive, and we just save these for something else. Does anyone have any questions?
See, I think I'm on 3 now. So I'm going to have questions when I get my 4 times around, because I'm not sure then what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. Then
I didn't watch you, and I have to look to understand.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm gonna flip my camera back around.
Could I with this red string? Could I tie it like double knotted on the top thing up here?
You could. I don't know. I mean, I haven't. In theory, yeah, you probably could. I'm gonna turn it around so you can see my really like. Oh, here. That's cute. I like it like that. Like, that might work, or you know what?
It would hold.
I'm thinking,
I-
because the thing is, if that nail gets loosened,
Yeah,
that could compromise
Did I
my
just?
the rest
whole
of your
tree.
tree. But what you could do is if you have
What about
another
a nail in the
nail,
back?
there you go. I would say if you put a little nail in the back, that might work.
And then tie a knot on the red string, right?
Yeah.
Like tie it
There you
back there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? I'm
Alright.
gonna see how
Oh,
the what is
a screen. I just can't.